Ladies and gentlemen, I find myself in another predicament where I am forced to stand on business. Y'all know I'm a very outspoken person, but I pride myself in being quite objective and rational in many scenarios. Now, like all humans, I am flawed to a degree, and sometimes I can show a little bit too much emotion, but for the most part, I'm quite tamed and I try to think with a level head. This situation is something that has left a sour taste in my mouth. I am not happy with how things have occurred, and we're gonna get into all the details and make sure I convey this shit as explicit as possible so that you understand my frustration with this whole entire process. I put out a tweet 6 hours ago. I'm pretty sure I was the first person on the internet to make this public statement saying how unethical and immoral this shit is. But let's go ahead and go over it. Let's see here. So first and foremost, this is what I put out over 6 hours ago. Hoyoverse just gave 2 creators the green light to publish previously confidential info on a public platform. All right, let's read that one more time. Hoyoverse gave 2 creators the green light to publish previously confidential, right? Because it's now on a public platform. And then they thought it would be a smart/brilliant idea to threaten the livelihood of anyone who tries to make content off of this info that they themselves officially made public. And to continue that sentence a little bit further, they made it public, they themselves officially, by extension through the content creators they themselves greenlighted to post it to a public platform such as YouTube. Mind you, one of the biggest public platforms in the entirety of the world. It doesn't get more public than YouTube unless you compare it to Twitter. And even then it's debatable, if I'm being honest with you. We got Mr. Beast averaging 200 million views an upload. That shows you the reach that YouTube has. Okay, not saying that the creators that posted it can reach that, but it is possible if enough people are interested in it. Anyways, that's important context. I've screenshotted the disclaimer from I Win to Lose's channel, one of the creators who got this access. Now, I also heard that God Doggos got it too, so now 3 creators that we know of. I also have brought up Braxophone's disclaimer. We're going to look at both of them so that you have the tangible evidence that they did it through extension of these creators. Let's go over the disclaimer. The content in this video is from the creator experience server. The content I'll be sharing is not fully indicative of the final product. There may or may not be changes in the version update. Any re-uploads or redistribution from the creator experience server is at risk of copyright strike. Also, the watermark is a criteria for the creator experience server.
One thing I need to let you guys know as well is that if you re-upload this content, it can be taken down by Hoyoverse. So be careful out there. I don't recommend re-uploading my content. I don't mind people reacting to it. I don't mind people watching it, but just know that that risk is there.
Now, I want to be clear here. A copyright strike, in case you don't know, for YouTubers. Once you receive 3 copyright strikes, your channel gets terminated. Now, I want to elaborate on this, right? As of now, I've grown over 50,000 subscribers since I've covered Honkai Star Rail. In this process, I have developed many different business relationships. I get a lot of sponsorships. I get a lot of ad revenue. I am setting myself up for a lot of opportunities because I have made the decision, the business decision, to capture an audience in the gacha market. So if my channel were to get terminated, this could cause me the revenue that I am making by the business that I am running. Case in point, let's say I make $500,000 a year. If they were to terminate my channel, that $500,000 a year could go down the drain. Does that make perfect sense? So this is a very serious situation for many different content creators. Even if you don't get copyright struck, they're basically gatekeeping a lot of people's ability to do their jobs by the game that they're covering and the market that they've captured and the audience that goes to their channels. This is some serious shit. I'd like to reiterate that. Now, I want to talk about how they don't have the legal grounds to copyright strike somebody for information they themselves officially made public by extension through the creators. Okay, this isn't leaks. This isn't confidential. That shit went out the window the moment you said, hey, upload that to YouTube. But you don't get to have your cake and eat it too and then say, oh, but nobody else can talk about it. Nobody, sorry, but that's out of your power. You just don't have the power to do that. That's not how the fucking world works, bro. I don't know how things work over there in China, but that's not how it works over here in America. At the same sense, if we're talking about your leaks to your IP, fair game. These aren't leaks anymore though. It's on YouTube and it was approved by you. So if you go and strike me, that isn't a unethical and immoral strike, and you are taking advantage of YouTube's horrendous copyright system. I want to talk about that next, because first and foremost, this is public information, and so long as you are transforming it, commenting on it, critiquing it, and teaching in an educational induced format, it's fair use. It literally falls under what we call fair use. 100%. This isn't a gray area, bro. Like, it's just not. It's public information by you. Anyways, YouTube's copyright system is the next thing I want to talk about. YouTube's copyright system is the most horrendous shit ever because, well, you know what? Let me give them the benefit of the doubt, which that's doing way more than they deserve. Years ago, it was definitely horrendous. I've heard, this is why I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I've heard they've improved upon it and that they're doing a better job policing it in situations. We'll see about that because I'm going to test them motherfucking waters. Best believe we're going to test them. Now, back then, a lawyer, I got in contact with a lawyer about this because I wanted to make sure I understood this shit explicitly. The lawyer sent me a letter and basically told me that YouTube has a good faith claimant bot. Not a person, a bot, that essentially just trusts whatever the company says about you, the creator, and goes through with it and just strikes you automatically. Yep. So you're essentially like over here, you got your hands up, you just get shot. Nothing you can do about it. That was how it worked back then, and I'm pretty sure it still works the same way today. Getting YouTube to step in and say, hey, they're doing some shit that they shouldn't be able to do this. This is not legal, is definitely akin to a fool's errand. But again, I am going to test these waters because I want to see their intentions. There's been a lot of people on the internet trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, well, I'm sure you can re-upload it. I'm sure you could do that. I'm sure. Yeah, at the expense of risking a copyright strike. But to y'all's defense, maybe that is the case. How about we have somebody with balls big enough to test it, such as myself? I'm going to react to one of their videos, probably Braxophones, because I like Brax. And I don't know I win or lose. It's not to say I don't like him, but I know Brax personally. I'm going to react to his video. I'm going to critique it, and I'm going to scrutinize things that need to be scrutinized. And if they strike me, we'll have our answer on their intentions and the narrative and the monopoly that they potentially might be trying to run. Because that's the next conversation we have to get into. The other side of the fence, apart from the legalities of it all, and them striking and terminating your channel and gatekeeping content, let's get into the content creator side. We just had my brother M-Tash. I just watched his video right before I decided to make this. I've been wanting to make this since last night, by the way. Sorry if I'm all over the place. There's a lot to talk about. I wanted to make this last night. It was a long day. I uploaded videos covering comprehensive Acheron stuff. And then I went to bed, woke up, and I was like, I'm gonna make it today. I just watched M-Tash have a mental breakdown because it all hit him at once how ugly this situation is for creators who don't have the same privilege and access as the creators who receive this treatment. You have to understand, you guys, that this is a market that we are trying to capture and leave an impression upon in order to build the business up, as I've stated. When they enable somebody to upload information on a character that everyone is waiting to hear about and see gameplay on and see testing footage on, when they enable certain creators to upload this footage, that's already a disadvantage for every other creator who's not receiving it, right? But to make matters worse, they didn't gatekeep you from commenting on it and transforming it to your own content so that you could still, at the very least, get a little food off the plate that's still remaining, right? Because here's the reality of the situation. You can sit there and make the comment that, well, we still watch other creators to get their perspective. True, not everybody. In fact, the vast majority of people are going to get their information and then carry on with their life. So you are, in a sense, affecting the potential market of the creator to capture. You are butchering the dollar that is going into their pocket and the growth that is occurring for the business that they are running. How hypocritical that is. Because you don't like leakers primarily because they are affecting the market that you are trying to capture, hoyoverse, right? You run a gacha business model that the foundation of it is comprised of excitement, hype, and FOMO. And that drip, 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 drip here and there, but don't reveal all that information just yet, and make sure we only have this kind of time period to pull on this character. Oh, it's a psychological warfare, pushing an agenda to get people to spend money. That's how you're a billion-dollar company right now. How hypocritical it is for you to take issue with somebody affecting your potential market capture, but you have no issue completely obliterating a content creator's potential market capture. Mind you, content creators that bring you millions of dollars in exposureship and free marketing and advertising. What the f is this other than unethical and immoral? I don't know what else to say. Well, I don't know what else to call it. But one thing's for certain, if you guys are giving them the benefit of the doubt, somebody needs to be the guinea pig. I can take a strike on the chin. It takes 3 of them, right? Like baseball. 3 strikes, you're out. Well, I'll take a strike on the chin just to know what's really good. Hoyoverse, I'll be honest with you. Your Genshin Impact branch ain't worth a quarter. Straight up. I have no problems with Zenless Zone 0. They let me in the beta. Apologize to me. Good graces. I love your Honkai Star Rail team, and I've said so much good things about it. I've always been very fair with my scrutiny. I've always been very fair with giving you guys your flowers, because I acknowledge the work ethic that is going into your game and your ability to try and work with everyone. But don't think for one goddamn second that I'm gonna sit here and be quiet about this garbage that is occurring right now in real time with this shit you're pushing. Gatekeeping other content creators from giving your game fair critiques is not okay. But if you make it explicitly clear that this is to prevent leakers from just giving outright slander and misinformation on content that is going to affect your market in a negative manner, fine, I get it. The fact of the matter is, though, you damn sure didn't communicate that part if that's the case. And that's the issue we have. Also, to the morons who are accusing me and other creators that aren't happy with this, which let me tell you something, the bulk of us aren't happy with this. You're accusing us of being jealous and envious. It has nothing to do with jealousy or envy. Newsflash, since the beginning of my journey with Honkai Star Rail, the 50,000 subscribers I've grown, all the business relationships I've developed, all the sponsorships I have right now in real time and, in the future and in the past, that was all acquired without me ever having any special privileges with Hoyoverse. Apart from me participating in tournaments, I've never had access to a private server. And I've still been able to grow exponentially. I've still been able to deliver you banger content. I still theory crap better than some of these people who have these privileges. I don't need that shit. I'm gonna get mines regardless. It don't make a difference to me because I'm charismatic, outspoken, and I know how to find the content. That is not to toot my own horn. That's the God's honest truth. I'm speaking up on this because I believe it's unethical, immoral, and just outright wrong. It's just not okay. It's not how you conduct a business. And it's not how you say thank you to thousands of creators that are just growing your business for you. That is where we take the issue. But I digress. I think for everything else I've had to talk about, notice I am my next video. It's going to be an upload to the reaction of the content they claim you cannot react to. And we will find out what their intentions are. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.